Now, if you don't know, my name is Lonnie Good. I'm an influencer and I'm a graphic designer. That's my 9 to 5, baby. I work non-stop. Bitches are mad. Mad that I'm making the first show about baddies in the UK. Bitches are mad because they can't afford it. But it had to be me. I'm the sacrificial lamb. I won 20K on big TV on a show called Tempting Fortune. And that's why I've got the funds to do this. Now, grab some popcorn, grab a beer, sit back and relax, because this is gonna be the ride of your life.
Do you know what though? She's made her money and she's reinvesting it. Do you know what I'm saying? Good on her.
No, I rate that.
And I think the concept of the show as well.
It's interesting.
It's a good concept behind it. It's not all bad. Do you know what I'm saying? The correctional retreat, it's actually supposed to be a positive thing.
Well, I don't believe it's a positive thing. I think we like it for different reasons. For me, this is like watching them open the cage doors.
Yeah, but it's going to be like for entertainment as well.
Yeah.
But if they are having, like we saw in the trailer, like the
punch-ups.
therapy behind it, trying to make them behave better. You know, Krishan, yeah, she just got Blueface's face tattooed on her whole side of her face.
Yeah. So I got to do this.
It just came to mind thinking of this. Like,
do you know one thing? Like, I do respect the fact that she's reinvested the money into a show that's probably going to make her more money.
Yeah.
What I don't like about this off the bat is that, you know, everyone always says, oh, I got haters. And a lot of the time, like, no one cares. Like, do your thing. Like, honestly, no one gives a shit, man. Like, I wouldn't say comments in a comment section is necessarily haters. People always write stupid things, right? But genuine haters, you know, when someone posts up saying, I got haters, but you don't though, do you?
It is, I think parts of the UK scene is like that.
I don't think so, man. I think they say that to make themselves seem like they're more relevant than what they are. But
know.
Not to take away from her hustle. This is obviously really, I'm interested to see where it goes.
I think that a lot of people get themselves in a lot of drama with a lot of different people, which is where the term haters is going to come from.
Yeah.
But I think it's all self-inflicted, if I'm honest. Because people ain't just going to hate you for no reason.
First of all, I have to just say this. If there's going to be anyone hosting this show, it would have to be big. Listen, it would have to be Emil Morgan, okay? Who else is qualified? Look at the material, darling. What's up? I would have had to host this show. Me now ask Christ the dolly outside. All right. Talk to me nice. The baddest boy had to be here to host the baddest show. All right.
Can you translate what you just said, please? The end part, I have no idea what you just said. Genuinely, I'm not even trying to be funny. I have no clue what just happened.
The correctional retreat is a meticulously crafted experience with the aim of providing young women who have been labelled delinquents, having either transgressed the law or found themselves marginalised in society, a nurturing environment where they can either acquire skills to control their anger, find solace, and experience emotional healing.
Let's not make this overcomplicated. This show is about the bad girls come to mash up the dollies them in the house if they try them. That's the rule, T. Like,
yo, I'm C, the big one, not the little one. Magnum sipper, pum pum liquor.
Oh, this is gonna be so much comedy. That is insane.
Stop calling my name, bro, because I didn't do nothing wrong, so stop trying to make out like I did something to this guy. You're gonna upset me too, man.
Yeah, but you're not going in this car though.
Bro, I don't care where I'm going. Tell me where I'm going and I'll go. But right now, I'm really not in the mood. Like, I'm really not in the mood because I didn't do nothing to the man. He put his hands on me and I can't blam him in his face. Because I'm in Croatia.
I know, but you were being rude.
No, I wasn't being rude. I just said to him, was I being rude? I literally, saying to someone, me saying to someone, it happened right now, right here, and I'm still upset. So you're not gonna tell me that I'm not allowed to be upset when I'm upset. I explained to him very nicely that we're not from here, we just got here. Just explain to us that you're not allowed alcohol in public, innit? And I put it in Rainbow's Doll's bag. Then man, I put his hands on me and pushed me. You don't saw that with your own eyes, bro. So don't come to me trying to tell me about something. It's nothing.
But I expect more. Can I say something to you? I don't
care, bro.
My shit.
Marley,
you're not better than everyone here. You're not better than everyone here. You're trying to fuck up my shit because you can't pattern your personality.
Bro,
you can't pattern your personality.
Let's not do this right now.
But you're trying to
Who's trying to ruin your shit when I try to pass it?
Imagine you live in Croatia, these girls get off the plane and this is the first thing that happens. unnecessary arguments. I can't imagine talking to someone like that. Like, I understand, maybe she got off the plane, she didn't understand that they're not allowed to have alcohol out, and the guy was rude to her, I get all that. But both of them are handling this terribly. They definitely both of them need to be in this correctional facility. If you were talking to me and I was like,
she's the owner of the show, though. This is her show.
I don't give a shit who she is.
She needs to tell her about herself. Don't try to fuck my shit up.
No. If what she's saying is to be believed and she didn't know about that, why didn't Lani tell her before she got off the plane, don't carry alcohol?
Maybe she didn't know either.
Oh, but she's the owner of the show.
I know, but it's
But also this one.
Come on now, it's not a whole team of like people who are going to look into everything.
We do things differently over here. But my point is that what I was going to say is that she's also being rude, because if you came up to me and you were like, oh, don't do that, and then I was explaining to you and I said, so don't come up to me, yeah, and chat like that. You're going to get angry. You're going to be like, who the fuck are you talking to?
You can't fight fire with fire.
You guys have to understand that the way C's behaving, this whole show could have been locked off. C acting erratic just because the man touched her, pushed her, whatever she wants to say, is erratic. Between you and me and everyone else watching, I have a strike system. And this is C's first strike. Because at the end of the day, what you're not going to do is put my show at risk.
But you found these girls, you must have understood that these girls were a bit rough around the edges, right?
Yes, but I think these girls are going to make her good content.
100%.
And I think strikes is necessary because some people might take it overboard and you need to keep things under control and handled.
Yeah.
Or you'll be like, anyway.
Like what?
What's that guy's name? King Riches.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know what happened to
Can't
his
keep
show.
your people under control.
Yeah, no, the strike system, fair. But the surprise, don't act like, I mean, this is like, I know certain people, I won't say any names because I know they watch us, but there's certain people I won't take places because I know they're going to embarrass me. I know they're going to do something stupid. I know that I'm probably going to get arrested. I know they can't keep their mouth shut. There's certain girls that I know that watch this show where we go out and they have to start a commotion. Why is he looking at me like that? Why is he looking? Now I'm standing there like, well, if he comes over, who's going to have to fight? It ain't going to be you. He's going to fuck you up in 2 seconds. So I don't go out with them. I don't go anywhere with them because I know what the deal is.
Baby, you trying to say, oh, is she playing? I said, bro, I'm not involved. The whole time I was sitting with Cookie and a day shop came over. You said, what are you doing standing up? I said, there's a free seat now, I'll sit here. He was all chopping up. Whatever was happening around, I don't know, I don't care. And that's what I was explaining to the flight attendant. I'm not involved. He came to me and said to me, give me the bottle. He man took one look at, I don't know how it feels that people always look at you and act like you're the perpetrator because of how I look. Do you know how that feels, man? You don't know how that feels because you're a nice, soft girl. People always look at me and I'm the one that takes the blame. I wasn't even involved. I understand that, bro. I went in.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I understand being looked at funny, but I mean, come on. If I was a police officer, I would also look over at her. I would pay attention to her. She's got a tattoo on her face, first of all. It's already a red flag in my opinion. She's dressed a little rough around the edges. She might be a nice person. I don't know. If I was in Cyprus or if I was in Greece, I know the police would probably like be looking sideways. It is what it is, man. You go on holiday some places, like, well, I'm going to Japan soon. I know the police are going to look at me sideways. I already know it's going to happen.
If you want me to be honest with you, should I tell you why people look at you so much?
Why?
If I'm being completely honest, it's probably because you've got long hair. Like, your look is very different. Like, you've got long, curly hair.
I don't think the police care about that.
No, but I just think you get stared at a lot in general, and I think it's because of your aesthetic.
Yeah,
it's different.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? It's different. It's like every time you'd go Camden, if you wasn't originally from Camden, you'd stare at people because they look so different because they were all dressed quite extravagant.
Yeah. What I'm saying is no, it doesn't matter.
No, say it.
I'm just saying is that like she shouldn't be surprised that the police are looking at her funny.
Yeah.
She is either African or Caribbean. She's
Yeah.
in Croatia, and she's dressed a little bit rough.
Yeah.
She looks a little bit tough.
I get it, but I think from the way she expressed it, I think it seems like she probably has this happen to her a lot, and she's probably just sick of it.
Yeah, well, you know, like look in the mirror. If I had a face tattoo and I was wearing a balaclava or a bandana all the time with hoodies everywhere I go, talking like this, but obviously people are going to look at me.
Because I thought it was going to be like influencers like myself. Do you get? I never thought it was going to be like random boys. The police officer touched C like in a way to guide her to come to a way where she's not shouting. Because my girl's shouting like, do you know who I am? I'm just looking at her like, bro, you've come to Croatia with a do-rag. Are you dumb?
There you go. Even she agrees with me. The optics, like, you need to read the room. You know, when I go to Japan, I'm landing in Beijing with the boys, right? Now, I know. I ain't got no problem with Chinese people whatsoever. But I know when I land in
Any
Beijing.
Japanese people? Oh, where's Beijing? Is that in China?
It's in China.
Is that the capital of China?
Yeah. I know that when I land there, I keep my head down and mind my own business. I've already been told, don't step out of the airport, don't look at people funny, right? Now, as a Londoner, I don't look at people anyway. I keep my head down. But if I went to Beijing and behaved like her, I'm not making it to Japan. I'm probably not even going to make it home. You need to know where you are. When the Chinese people see me that live over in mainland China or wherever it is, I am going to look extremely different to everybody else that's there. And I'm going to also be surrounded by other black guys and your brother, right? We need to understand that we may not be threatening, but to them, we're perceived as a threat. Maybe. I don't know. It's what I've been told by people that have landed there.
What, even Nate?
Yeah, they'll know Nate's not Chinese straight away. He doesn't look Chinese.
But he's Asian, so he might...
They don't care.
He might have a upper hand.
No, I think it might be even worse.
Lonnie, there's no control in these bitches. That's why you made this show, is it not? Like, you brought bitches you can't control. I'm talking to the police. I got Google Translator. They're telling me I need to go get my friend. They want a sorry. You're not getting a sorry. Like, seriously, from these girls, you think you're gonna get a sorry? So, see, thankfully enough, like, I don't know this girl from Adam, but she's clearly got some sort of simmer in her because she went over and she apologized through her teeth.
What? These girls, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, when you go on holiday, you don't fight with police. Why are these lots moving ratchet? I'm standing here for fucking 10 minutes. Are you dumb? Do you know who I am?
See, at least these other girls understand. When you go on holiday, if the police approach you, just be polite. You're in a foreign country, you have no idea what their prisons are like or what their laws are like. Just even if they racially profiled you, which I don't think I haven't ever been like assaulted by a police officer in a country. I've just been looked at. I've been approached a few times, but every time they do, I'm just like, did I do something wrong, sir, officer? Sorry if I did. They're always polite afterwards. Once they see you're cool. But because of the videos we've reacted to on here, we know that some people from London go over there with their grime mentality or their hood mentality and they start causing commotion, and it makes, like in Greece, when we saw that shit going on and they were like fighting on the stage and stuff, and then me and my boys might go over and they're like, oh, more Londoners. Yeah. And they have that perception of us.
So, obviously, we're getting to the villa now, and everyone's looking at me like they want to pick their room first. I'm not gonna lie, I've scanned around the building. I'm basically the biggest one there. I've worked hard to have this, like, to be in this position. Do you understand what I mean? So when I get big things like Valentina and Birdie and different people telling me that they're gonna have their room first, I'm looking like, are you guys buzzing? Do you get, I love Essay so much, but I remember asking her, who said you can have that room? Because really and truly, I get to pick first. This girl's got a stick up her bum.
She's entitled, yeah.
Yeah. She called herself an influencer earlier, and I was like, get her out of here, man. When they invited me to that Tekken thing, they put in the email or calling all influencers. I was like, don't fucking call me that. It made me cringe. I showed it to my boys. I was like, it's sickening.
The problem with influencers these days is influencers think that they are
more important than what they are.
Big time A-list celebrities, but it's not. You just have an online presence and that's it. You're just known by people who enjoy social media. You're not Beyonce. Relax.
Yeah, I hate the term. I hate it if people refer to us as it. My boy VL was saying to me, why? What's the problem? He kept saying it. I was like, bro, just don't. There's too many negative connotations attached to it. I don't want to be seen as an influencer.
Yeah. Can I be honest? I had somebody slide into my DMs on Instagram before and they wrote, I smell influencer vibes. Do you know I actually had to reply just so I could say absolutely not? Couldn't think of anything worse. Absolutely not.
What did you ask him what the vibe was?
Yeah, I think I did, but I can't remember what it was at the time. But he just basically was saying you just give off that vibe. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I just don't. There's too many idiots that walk around calling themselves that. There's too many idiots walking around with TikTok profiles, up in people's shit in public. There's too many idiots online saying dumb things that class themselves as influencers. I don't want to be in that pool of people. Maybe there are people that I influence with my opinion. I just don't want that name attached to me.
For Rage and Dawn to turn around and talk about how, she has more followers than all of us and who are we? Bitch, who are you? Because as far as I know, you're just a scammer from Twitter that people are looking for. There's people in Afghanistan looking for you. You scam people for their money for apartments and leave them stranded. So when you want to talk about influencing, the only thing that you're influencing is stealing and scamming. You owe people money, you got to sit this one out. And then on top of that, you pay for your following on social media because it's the engagement and the following for me, it ain't equivalent and it's not matching up. So you got to sit this one out as well.
I like this girl.
She's just outed her for everything. Career done.
She said people are looking for in Afghanistan. That's a serious allegation. I like this girl.
She said you're a scammer, and she said you pay for your followers. That's embarrassing.
I caught someone out that pays for followers. I'll tell you off camera.
So
I couldn't believe it.
It's so obvious though. Who is it?
Over there. No, everyone's already taken it. Taken. I don't give a fuck what it is. As beautiful as this place is, as beautiful as this place is, they ain't gonna bring Where? Calm down. You got my beaks.
Are you dumb?
Can't lie, if I can't find the room.
Fucking building.
If I can't find the room, I'm
Wait, hold on though. How the hell can these... No. Apart from the girls that I like here, how the hell can these other girls find their rooms before me?
So, Rainbow, we all know you like a bit of this, so I thought I'd bring some for you. You're sat there going, Kelsey, come, do you want some? Do I want some of this? Do I look like a crackhead to you? These drugs ain't good for your brain, baby girl. Your pupils were popping out of your head.
I'm telling you, this girl's a bistard, fam. I'm telling you right now, her eyes were all popping out of her head. I think this dumb girl has brought it in, yeah, shoving it all in her dusty, stinking ass pussy, fam. Like, mum's left.
She reminds me of my brother so much.
Really?
She reminds me of my brother so much. See, they even look similar. It's crazy.
Shut up.
Yeah, she looks like the female version of my brother. That's actually mad. The way she talks, the hand tattoo.
Is that what he's like?
That's him. That's my brother. Well, I mean, obviously not, but that's the female version of my brother. And she's Cypriot as well. That's insane. The resemblance is crazy. But this influencer girl, man, she's gonna get fucked up if she keeps talking like this.
Everyone's gonna go against her. She's making everyone hate her.
Yeah, I don't.
It ain't even been a day yet.
But like, if I went to a villa with a bunch of strangers, I would not mention any of my occupations, anything that I might have. You just don't do that. Like, you shouldn't expose to people those sort of things. You should let them get to know you as at your core first.
Yeah.
And then if they want to know a little bit, oh yeah, I do YouTube and blah blah blah. Like, don't make it a big thing. Like, no one cares that much. I don't walk around telling me, wow, I've got a YouTube channel. No one gives a fuck.
I don't tell no one.
I don't tell anyone. If people ask me, then I'll say, yeah, I do YouTube. Although if they ask me, oh, what do you do outside of work or whatever, I might mention it. Sometimes I don't even say it. I'll just be, oh, I like doing my martial arts and going to the gym. If they pry, and if we're having a proper conversation, I'll bring it up. But I don't tell people. It's just, it seems pretentious.
You look like you was having some mad seizure. I may be crazy, but I also brought you these. These are antipsychotics. And I think you need to start a full prescription because something ain't right in there with you.
I mean, where's she got these from?
Oh,
you know what I mean? That's...
Taking that into a foreign country is crazy. I would not even dare.
It's just...
I'm not even going to say which group it is.
It's just not worth it though as well. Like, you know, when people are just getting done for stuff like that in different countries, it's like... You can't feel sympathy for them.
Oh, no, I don't. If you get thrown in a jail cell because you decide to take drugs to another country, you deserve whatever you get. I'm sorry, I'm not going to stand there and fight with the police over you. You're an idiot if you do that, as far as I'm concerned.
You will never argue with someone on ITV. You will never argue with them. Never. It's the same shit. I spend the same amount of bread. What's the difference? No. But you just can't have a phone. It's just not professional. I'm trying to do this professional, like...
I understand that.
I don't have a phone.
But you're going to think I'm fake.
Really, don't just give her the damn phone.
No, but come, let's go. Let's go do something else. You fuck your friends right now.
I'm just shocked. Because everyone's going to think I'm fake, bro. I'm not a fake person. Do you understand what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
They're not gonna think you're fake. They're gonna think you're chilling. I'll be real. No phone, chilling is what it is. If people want to say what they got to say, then let them say what they got to say. Do you get? And if they're your real friends, then they're gonna understand that. Do you know what I mean? Your real friends ain't gonna think you're fake because they know you're real. Do you know what I mean?
From not replying to them.
Yeah.
She's gone.
She's 100%.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
I feel like she was staring into my soul for a second. Because she's not replying to her friends, she thinks that they're going to think she's fake.
Yeah, that's not even something you say when you're drunk either.
No, she definitely took side, 100%. Crazy. Taking side to a foreign country is insane. It's like people just do not understand laws, and it's like they haven't been on the internet before to see what happens when you go to countries and fuck about.
But I also think knowing you're being filmed practically 24/7 and doing this to yourself as well is
insane.
Yeah, like it's embarrassing.
That is embarrassing.
When it comes to Rainbow is acting weird about giving me her phone. She's saying no, and I don't know why she thinks she can have her phone. If this was Channel 4, if this was BBC, she would have been given her blood clot phone 5 minutes ago. The minute they said, she would have been handing her phone over. She would have no disrespect. I don't understand why Rainbow is making it difficult for me. And her behavior and the way she's acting is making the other girls have a lack of respect for me. So for me, I'll be real with you. As much as I love Rainbow, this is strike one. Do not ever in your life ask me about my rules. My rules are there for a reason. I'm the one who's been on TV. No other bitch in this house has been on mainstream TV like me. I didn't make that rule up because of my ego. I made that rule up because it is a real rule about filming. It makes filming more.
That was definitely ego talking, but to be fair to her, it's her
she's
show.
got a point.
No, she has got a point. It's the way she put it across is like a bit egotistical, but to be fair to her, it is her show. They should be following the rules. When you go on these shows, you are actually meant to give your phone over. So I don't know why they're making a fuss about it.
Yeah, and showing that lack of respect to the person who's like, imagine being on a set with a film director and trying to chat shit to the film director. He's gonna be like, see you later.
Yeah. That is that you can't undermine someone like that. As far as I'm concerned, I think she's going about it the right way. 3 strikes is actually pretty lenient.
Yeah.
That's 3 times for someone to really disrespect you.
Yeah.
I might give you 2. A phone thing shouldn't even be a conversation, because if that girl is an influencer, like she says, then she already knows the rules of the game. We all know that when you go on these sort of things, that they take your phone away from you.
Yeah.
When you went on your Amazon thing, you weren't allowed to have your phone on you, were you? Or you weren't allowed to take it out?
No, I've had my phone taken away from me with loads of different filming things.
Yeah.
But she's more lenient than me, because I would have been like, bye, here's your phone, bye.
Yeah, get out.
Yeah, I can't be asked to deal with that stuff, but this girl's going to give her good entertainment, so she's got to keep her there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
If you just kick everyone out, the YouTube thing's over.
This is it. Plus, it is the whole concept of knowing the sort of girls that you're bringing on here. You are going to get grief.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're playing a game of the baddest bitch and the weakest link. You've got 5 minutes to decide who's the baddest bitch of the house and who's the weakest link of the house.
I'm thinking, what a dirty bitch, bro. I'm saying it now. If you don't like it, you know what we have to do. Let me get up.
He literally came over and instigated a fight. He was like, decide amongst yourselves, you girls that like to be rough and tough, who's the weakest link? What did he think was going to happen? They weren't going to do it diplomatically and say, oh, you know what, you didn't change the sheets, or you left a bit of water after the shower or whatever. They were going to say, you're a bitch and you're a ratchet, blah, blah. Obviously, it's going to turn to a punch-up. Is this meant to be a correctional facility? Isn't that what we're supposed to be watching?
Yeah, but I think at first you have to let them get it out their system
Antagonize them, like wave meat in their face.
So that they can know what they're doing wrong and where to learn from it, I suppose. Maybe. I don't know.
That would be that's a very elaborate way to go about it. Like in my mind, you're playing with fire. These are not the kinds of people that would have they're not, to me anyway, they don't come across as the kinds of people that would reflect and have that inner monologue.
Yeah.
They like I said, they strike me as like people that I know that just there's no getting through to them.
It is very egotistical driven though, because these people they care more about how other people are perceiving them, and that's why a lot of them will behave the way they do or just go guns blazing because they think it makes them look cool to other people.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but my take on episode 1, obviously there wasn't really any drama that happened other than that bit at the beginning with the airport. So I'm not going to say it's boring, but I want to see some drama.
Yeah,
So I'm looking forward to episode 2.
You know, episode 1s are usually they're either insane or they're like slow burners, and I think this will probably be a slow burner. I can see who they're gonna target already. Now, Raina girl is already on the radar. She's probably gonna be public enemy number 1 just because of how she's behaving. Credit to Lani, or is it Lani or Lenny?
Lani.
Lani, I think she's, for the most part, from what I saw, she's handling it pretty well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you put that much money into it, you're
put
going to
her-
make sure you handle it well.
She put her back into it, and to be fair to her, whilst I do think that this is like Degenerate 101, I think the editing and the house that she picked out and just the premise is interesting. I think she's onto something here. She could even do a season 2.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people will see this and probably want to invest and make it like a bigger, not this, but her concepts
invest
maybe
in
into
her.
a bigger sort of show.
I can see that
On a
happening.
bigger platform, because they've already got the American versions of it. UK hasn't really got it, so there is a niche for it. There's a market for it.
Can you imagine the male version of this?
Oh,
That would be absolutely insane.
I don't think you could do a male version of this.
No, someone will die.
Yeah.
Someone will definitely die. It's hard enough getting men in a house like this when they're civilized because of what men are like. Imagine getting a bunch of road men in a house like this. They're not making it past week
It's probably
1.
harder to break up a fight as well.
Oh, 100%. They're going to have to get Brock Lesnar. Actually, he might. Never mind.
Well, that took a
Yeah,
dark
I
turn.
completely forgot about the allegations.
You've got to choose a new wrestler's name to be thrown about.
Yeah, they have to get. I don't know now. I don't know. We'll get back to the other thing later.